I have questions and doubts. Let's start with the fact that while the initial news report is presenting this as a further sign of the lack of control over immigration in the United States, this had nothing to do with illegal migrants. These were two U.S. citizens. Both, one is a former member of the U.S. Army. The other is a current active duty member of the U.S. Army. So it is not a threat from outside, it's a threat from within. The claims that Jabbar, Shamsuddin al-Jabbar, was a member of ISIS, sort of curious and ironic, but he recorded videos prior on his way from Houston to New Orleans, where he proclaimed himself as, carrying this out on behalf of ISIS, that this was, and he had an ISIS flag in his truck. The FBI said, well, there's no evidence that he was working with anybody else. I got to be honest, I don't trust the FBI. The FBI has a history of lying, absolute lying, and fabricating. They fabricated the whole Russiagate affair. I can't rule out the possibility that this individual was acting as part of a broader effort to create chaos and instability in the United States prior to the inauguration of Donald Trump in order to prevent Trump from being inaugurated, because Trump is seen as an existential threat, potential existential threat to organizations like the FBI, the CIA, the Department of Justice. So there is some clarity that's been provided. They're saying that the two of the improvised explosive devices that were discovered have been planted by Jabbar, but we really don't know where his money came from. He was, according to some media reports, he was destitute, living in a trailer. Didn't have a lot of money. He gets money to rent an electric vehicle and drive from Houston to New Orleans and rent an Airbnb. Yeah, maybe he had some spare cash laying around. I don't know, but it's, it begs the question, where did that money come from? So the fact that EV truck and the cyber truck that was used, that blew up outside of the Trump Tower in Las Vegas, were both rented through the same app called Turo. Coincidence? I'm not a big believer in coincidence. I think when you start getting things that common threads, both with ties to the U.S. military, the U.S. Army in particular, both renting through the same car rental app, just suggests that there might be something more than just individuals who are upset.